Part 2 of the GC Night Tony Clash story continues. When I last left you, we spoke about 2018, my farewell. I went along and said goodbye to the MAW. I gave my notice. And people ask me all the time, Clash, when did the GC Night Tony Clash problem start? You know what? It started that night. That night at my last MAW appearance. What should have been my last appearance. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. Here we are, sitting in the ring. And out of nowhere, GC comes out, rips off his shirt, shows the history that we've had together, ending it with the Tony Clash shirt. We end with a hug. And then I have my MAW return, which was supposed to be one night only. And what ends up happening? I'm feeling it from the crowd and I say, I am so happy to be back. Until GC Night flips out on me and says this.
Tony, don't get out like that. Unexpected. Back! Back! Who said you're back, Tony?
Come on,
Deputy Commissioner Don Ferretti didn't say you were back. Invisible Commissioner Scotty Boxes didn't say you were back.
He's back whether the Lincoln or not. That's what
And more importantly,
come on.
more importantly, and I know I'm breaking the fourth wall here, I didn't say you were back.
Come on.
No, don't come on.
Really?
And you know what, Tony? If my memory serves me correctly, you left us last April. You wanted to go to greener pastures, but all you found yourself doing was being a part of a ring crew and not wrestling. Right? Right? Yeah, no, don't tell me to relax. You know, back is an interesting choice of words. The thing is, Tony, like I told you last time, your name might be Showtime Tony Clash, but this is my Evan show. So I'll tell you what, you want to come back to MAW? You want to come back to MAW? It's going to be on my terms and not yours. I'm not going to let you turn this place into a 3-hour version of the Tony Clash show. By the way, we've got really old ratings. So here's what's going to happen. If you want to come back to MAW, you're going to actually have to defeat AJ Phoenix. The match you had with him ended in a schmaltz. But if you want to come back, you're going to have to defeat him.
And backstage, after I win my matchup, I run into GC Night. This is what happens?
Hey. You remember a few months back, you went along and said, oh, well, this is my effing show? Well, it looks like Showtime is back.
Yay, Showtime is back. It's like you never left, Tony. I knew you'd be back.
Look who's talking.
Is there something that you need, Tony?
And after that, it's not over, no. Because here I am having a new talent acquisition match. And GC Night distracts me and costs me the match against a rookie. Oh, but it gets better. Oh yeah, because after that, GC just wants to stalk me every time there's an MAW show. Always getting front row or finds his way somehow in the crowd. But after the match in the parking lot, look who just happens to be there and attacks Clash.
Looks like one good army's enough, Tony.
And then the pandemic hits. The pandemic hits and shuts everything down. No one's exempt. The essential workers are the only ones exempt. So there's a hiatus till we can figure out everything, till we know how this thing actually works. And then a year and a half goes by. Supernova Wrestling contacts Clash again. And I get back into the swing of things. Things are going great. I start off, I got my faction going, I got my groove going, everything's going smooth, I become Apex champion. Then the pandemic is slowing down. We finally get our first show in front of a live crowd. And who is the first person I see again stalking me? You've guessed it. GC Knight. And then another Supernova event. Who's there again? GC Knight. I let it go. Months go by, I don't hear or see GC Knight. And out of nowhere, we have our first show out of state. In Maine. Supernova Wrestling.
3 times?
Who's in the crowd again? GC Knight. This is the third time. So Clash had to do what Clash had to do. And BAM! Super kick right to the face. And put him in his place. Oh, it felt good. That felt good. Finally, shutting him up. But then, I got my 2 out of 3 falls match against Greedy Bones later that night. There's no ref in the ring. So what does SNW do? For an agreement to avoid a lawsuit. Yeah, they put GC Knight as the special referee. Again, distracts me. Greedy gets the first fall. But oh, did it feel so good. Because when I hit Greedy Bones with GC's own move and stared GC in the face, he had no choice but to count to 3. I get the second fall. Greedy gets lucky, the match ends, and GC, just a look on your face, pissed me off. So I had to do what I had to do, and I took GC Knight out. And then it brings me to the last time I seen GC Knight. I'm supposed to have my SNW Cold War match. Greedy Bones is nowhere to be seen. So what ends up happening? Oh yeah, GC Knight gets added to the match. But I had the last laugh. And now we're here. I laid out the challenge. You finally accepted. In 19 years, we have never gone 1-on-1. In 19 years, we've never been face-to-face in that sanctioned ring in a sanctioned match. Never! Yeah, we've done battle royals. You've been a referee. We've done 8-man tags, but we've never done it where it's been 1-on-1. And now you're gonna meet me on my turf, my home, where it all began. 2006, I was the second match, you were the main. Well, this time, in 2023, March 18th, the headline reads, Showtime Tony Clash versus GC Knight. 19 years in the making, it's gonna go down. GC Knight, I hope you're ready. I hope you're prepared. Because come March 18th, it's showtime! Ha!